And here it is, his ship, the Hail Mary. It is an absolute marvel of engineering, built for a desperate one-way trip straight into the void. And he's just had that sinking realization he is the only one awake.
So his first big challenge isn't saving the world. No, it's just surviving his own mind. He's literally forced to piece together the horrifying reality of his situation, one agonizing, forgotten memory at a time.
Through a whole series of grueling scientific deductions and these really jarring flashes of memory, the pieces of this impossible puzzle slowly but surely start to click into place. And then we get the first major revelation. The person sent to save all of humanity wasn't some hardened astronaut or a military hero. Nope, he was a science teacher. You have to wonder, how on earth did he end up here? Well, to answer that, we've got a flashback. We need to go back to a time when Earth itself was staring extinction right in the face. So the problem has a name, astrophage. It's this tiny alien microbe, and it's literally eating our sun, dimming its light, and plunging Earth into a catastrophic ice age. Pretty much all life is hanging in the balance. This was Project Hail Mary, humanity's last desperate gamble. And this whole mission was spearheaded by the iron-willed director, Eva Stratt, a woman who would do absolutely anything to save the planet. Okay, which brings us to the next act. After years in a medically induced coma, Grace finally gets to his destination. But as he starts his work, he realizes something impossible. There's another ship, already there. Just take a second and think about the sheer impossibility of this. You've got two completely different species from opposite ends of the galaxy who evolved totally separately, and they've arrived at the exact same coordinate in space at the exact same time for the exact same reason. The odds are, well, they're astronomical. And this, right here, is the real heart of the story. It isn't a war of the worlds, it's an alliance, born out of pure, shared desperation. The very first alien humanity ever meets ends up becoming our greatest ally. This is where the teacher in him really shines. Grace and Rocky have to get past these massive barriers. Language, biology, you name it. They combine their knowledge by breaking down incredibly complex problems into first principles, which is exactly what a great teacher does. And they work together in a frantic race against the clock. And together, they find it. The silver bullet they were both searching for. It's a native microbe that is the natural predator of the astrophage. This is it. This is the cure. But their celebration gets cut short, big time. While they're capturing a sample, some astrophage from their own fuel tanks leaks out. It starts breeding like crazy, tearing the Hail Mary apart with these catastrophic levels of thrust. In all the chaos, Grace gets knocked unconscious. To save him, Rocky literally risks his own life. He braves the ship's atmosphere, which is totally lethal to him, just to shut down the engines. It's right here that their bond is truly forged in fire. So they've got the solution. They've survived the disaster. But then a final, devastating twist puts everything they've worked for completely at risk. The very cure they found has stranded Rocky. Those Tamoeba have eaten all of his astrophage fuel. Now, Grace has just enough fuel for a one-way trip home to save Earth, but not enough to save Rocky's species, too. And this is the impossible choice he's facing. It's a decision that's going to define not only his life, but the fate of two separate worlds. So, what do? And he makes his choice. First, he completes his mission. He launches the probes that will save Earth. Then, he abandons his only way home, turning his entire ship around to go save his friend. This is their absolutely heart-wrenching farewell as they part ways. Each one of them believes they're never going to see the other again. It's a massive sacrifice made for the survival of their people. So now, years later, we find Grace living on Rocky's homeworld. He's stranded billions of miles from a home he can never, ever return to. But he's found a new purpose, doing what he's always done, teaching. And then, a message from the stars. He checks the light from Earth's distant sun, and he realizes his sacrifice actually worked. It's shining brightly. Humanity is safe. He's reunited with Rocky, who, in a perfect echo of Grace's own choice, actually turned back to save him. Their shared victory, it just transcends language, biology, and the incredible vastness of space. And the story leaves us with this final thought. Sometimes the most important missions we ever undertake are the ones we choose for ourselves.